Good evening, everyone. Welcome to class. Welcome to Fluent for Real. If you don't know me, my name is Renata. I'm an English teacher and have been one for the last 15 years. And it's time for class. Today is Wednesday, 9 p.m. Brazil time. And I'm here to help you take your English from okay to the English that only 2% of Brazilians actually speak. The real deal, the English that unlocks barriers, unlocks doors for your professional goals. Hi Leila, good evening. Hi João Marcelo. Hi Anna. Welcome everybody. Please hit the like button here to invite more people over. And I am going to invite, as you all may know, my partner MC, who is all the way in Canada, working there in a global company. So she's always giving me her perspective on things related to real life English. Welcome Manji, welcome Tato Polo, and Laura. Let's say hi to MC.
Hello, hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great and ready to roll. And please don't mind my fresh look here and my tan. Ooh.
Rub it on my face. Rub your tan all over my face.
At least for a month of the year, you know?
At least what?
For a month.
Yeah. So you got to rub it on everyone's face.
Yeah.
Because it's only
it won't last.
You deserve it. You have the right to do that. Welcome then. Please guys, hit the like button if you enjoyed the name, the topic of the class. We're going to talk about a tricky pronunciation sound today. It's one of those sounds that Brazilians struggle with a lot. It may seem like something simple. It may seem like a sound that you don't need to pay attention to, but from my experience, and MC, you can correct me if I'm wrong, from my experience, many, I wouldn't say most, because I guess it's too much, it's a stretch, but many, it's a common Brazilian mistake to mispronounce the ing. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. There we have it. This. Look at this symbol here. Isn't it cool? It's an N and kind of like a J. Can you see that it's kind of a J here?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, like the N and the G together. It helps you remember, oh, it's an N and a J, kind of. So this is the symbol. This symbolizes the ing sound in English. When I say sing, when I say walking, morning, evening, the ing at the end of words, or the ng, depending on what you are referring to, it is represented by this sound, the nasal sound. There was I made a mistake. I inverted it here, but ng, nk, and c. You know, ink, or ing. That sound is the nasal sound here, the velar nasal. But the technical name doesn't matter. Why am I showing this symbol to you? Because this is how you find out. First tip, okay, MC, and everyone else. I think this one is new for you too, MC.
Okay.
How do you find out if a word is pronounced like N or the ing, which I will explain in a minute? When you go to a dictionary, you read the IPA, the phonetic alphabet, and you see this strange N here. Then you know it's not the regular N. It's produced in the back of your mouth.
Okay. How
do you produce that sound? Tip. I'm going to go straight to the tip because I love this tip. In Portuguese, okay? In Portuguese. Make this sound for me, MC.
Yeah.
Do it again and feel where you are producing. Everybody at home, do the same. Make this sound and feel where you are producing it. If it's here next to your teeth or in the back of your mouth. Go ahead, MC.
Yeah. It's in the back.
It's in the back of the mouth. The N we produce close to the teeth. The is produced in the back. So is the ing. So when we say these words, what are we going to say? Bang, bring, strong. Stop there.
Oh man.
You are not going to say bang, bring, strong. You will stop where? That's where you stop. So let's try again. Okay, I'll say it again. Everybody listen to me. If you want to repeat at home, do it too. But MC will be joining you in a minute to help you with the repetition. Okay, so listen to me and see what I'm doing with my lips. Bang,
bang,
bring,
strong.
You don't say bang, g. You know, you don't let that air go. Bang, bring, strong. There are accent and accents sometimes, like Rachel Green is one to really overpronounce the G's at the end of words and the T's. What? She overpronounces some consonants at the end. But one thing is having a beautiful accent, you know, a specific accent, and one thing is doing it because you don't know better. So if you know the correct sound, the correct way to pronounce it, it's one thing. You choose to pronounce it a little bit more. But usually what we hear is not that choice of pronouncing the G. It's just an exaggeration, or even bangy, strongy, bringy, which is absolutely wrong, ugly, and a mistake, okay? It's not clear pronunciation.
Question.
Now, see, okay, go.
If I want to over pronounce all the word from beginning to end, how would I say? Would I still say bang?
No, it's a little more present than bang, bang, especially when there is a vowel right after that, like bang another, bang another. You might say like bang another, or bang another. Pretty much this. This is the rule, you know? You don't say the N, you don't say the G, you don't pronounce the G, even if there is a vowel right after. I'll show you some examples. But you will see some native speakers who will pronounce that G at the end sometimes, you know, when there's a word coming right after, beginning with a vowel, then they might say bang another, sing another song. Then they might say sing another song. So you either hear a small G or you have an impression that you are hearing a G. But actually it's, you know, phonetically speaking, it's this sound. Sing another song. Not sing another song. You know?
I bet all of us do that.
Or songy.
But anyway.
Songy. Sing another songy. No. Sing another song. Or sing, I can imagine someone saying, sing another song. You know, that's beautiful, a G at the end, being overpronounced. Even when a singer is singing, you know, that could happen, but not always, and not as a pattern, and not all the time, you know, kind of like controlled. So this is one thing. Produce, so let's go back, okay? Recap for those who arrive, pronunciation of the NG or the ING. Produce that at the back of your lips, of your mouth. Don't overpronounce this G at the end. Bangy, bringy, strongy. No, stop right there. And in fact, you will be producing this sound, finishing there. Okay, producing the sound like that. That's something important to remember. Let me see what else here. Okay, what I wanted to talk to you was about a word that comes from one of these. When the original word, like this, strong, okay? Then you have a comparative. Stronger. There are exceptions. Sometimes the word that comes, is let's say, whose root ends in ng or ing, it will follow the same pattern. Sometimes it won't. There are some exceptions, all right? But in general, yes. In general, they will follow the same logic. Singer. Sing, singer. Not sing, singer, singer. Very strong G. If you start to open your ears, something we talk a lot about here at Fluent for Real, right, MC? Awareness. Once you understand the sound, once you start turning on that little button, and when you are watching a movie, when you are watching a TV show, and you say, I'm watching now because I want to learn. I'm not watching for entertainment. I'm watching as a way to learn English. Let's not forget the difference, okay? There is a difference. And you start to listen to the INGs, you will see what I'm telling you. It's kind of like, you know, when you start learning about colors and you realize there are a bunch of shades you had never seen before, you train your eyes for those shades, you know? So it's like that. It's training your ears to identify different sounds and realize that what you thought was a G, singer, is not a G. What you thought was a G is actually another more subtle sound. You know, the reason I'm telling you this is because it took me a long time to know that. It took me years teaching, finally to study deeply and go, wow, so it's not singer. I'm not supposed to say that. You know, it took
I
me.
say singer.
So you can start training your singer. She's a singer.
She's a singer.
It's subtle, but it's, you know, it's there. In the middle of the word, okay, let's be honest. In the middle of the word, it's not your biggest problem. It's not. Your biggest problem is at the end of the words. Are you going to be over pronouncing this G? Bangy, strongy. No, you're not. You cannot do that, all right? We have major problems and we have minor problems. Major problem, consonants at the end, ing at the end. Another major problem, which is a struggle. What is the Brazilian struggle with the ing? What is the second most important problem that most people don't realize that they have or they're making? It's actually not pronouncing the ing and thinking that that last syllable, the ing at the end of words, like I'm singing, I'm working, I'm swimming, I'm walking, and thinking that that last syllable shouldn't be clearly pronounced. MC, tell me yes or no. Do you hear Brazilians saying, I'm going, I'm walking, I'm starting to work, and not clearly pronouncing that ing? Is it something, have you ever noticed this in Brazilians?
Now that you're saying this, I guess I see a different problem with the pronunciation. It's pronouncing it with the wrong intonation, you know?
How so?
So let's say I'm studying English. I've been studying English. I don't know. I'm like trying to think about that.
In that case, what happens is we skip the vowel. We were supposed to say, I'm studying English. We're supposed to say studying English. And then we eat one of them and we say, I'm studying English. And then you think, is that a grammar mistake? Did the person just say, I'm studying English? Or what happened there? You know, there's something missing. Because in English, the ing is clearly pronounced. Maybe what you're trying to say is, I think I know what you're trying to say about the way that it's pronounced.
Yeah, I'm missing a good example.
I think what you're maybe trying to say is they say the N without saying the I. So they say, I'm starting, I'm walking. Instead of saying, I'm walking.
Closer to that. Yeah, closer to that.
I'm walking.
Yeah.
So they go from the K to the N, for example. The nasal sound comes out, but the I doesn't come out. And it's important to come out. I like to give the example of Portuguese. Parede. We don't say parede. Paredes. Say parede. We eat, especially from Minas. Oh my God. We eat. Chovendo, comendo, tô cozinhando, tô tomando banho. We eat that last syllable in the ing forms,
We
our
do.
ing form. We do all the time. And we bring that to English. We think, no, the last syllable doesn't matter. The last syllable, if it's not the main stress, no, let's just eat it. No, it cannot be eaten. So you're supposed to say, I'm watching TV. I'm listening to music. So that ing needs to be pronounced. That is the number two problem, as I said, that should and must be corrected. If you eat it, it sounds like you're using simple present incorrectly. I'm work. No, I work every day, or I'm working now. Working, listening. And why is it so important? These are verbs that we learn when we are basic students at the very beginning of the course, and we drag this bad habit of not pronouncing the ing correctly all our lives. You know, you may never have realized that you make this mistake of, you know, pronouncing words a little bit kind of like eating the last syllable. So let's see if you do. I'm going to read a couple of sentences, and I want you to repeat at home short sentences. Repeat at home and see if you are pronouncing it like me. Pay attention to your ing. And then MC, you can help them by, you know, playing their role as well, if you can help me.
Sure.
Okay. We are visiting the museum.
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 Not we are visit the museum. We are visit the museum. We are visit the museum. We are visiting the museum. Very clear ing. He's been sitting in the chair.
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 You have one nasal bin, which is different. It's a different sound, but just the one N. And then we have sitting, and then we have in the chair. Three sounds. He's been sitting in the chair.
He's been sitting in the chair.
Yeah, so you're not supposed to say he's been sitting in the chair. He's been sitting in the chair.
That's connected to a question that we have here from Lucas. And try to read.
Yeah, today I don't know why my comments stopped rolling, so I'm missing out on a lot of things.
Okay, so Lucas mentioned or asked, is it wrong to pronounce I'm starting a new job? Starting na.
Okay, no. That pronunciation of the ing, pronouncing the ing as an N, I'm starting, I'm walking, is an informal pronunciation for the ing. Informal. So you should be aware of that, not to use it all the time, overuse it. You will sound like that person that only speaks street English, that never knows how to speak the appropriate English for a serious situation, for a meeting, you know, for something like that. So you can, especially with the actions, you can do that. I'm walking. There is a Patsy Cline song, that very old song called "Walking at Midnight." Walking, and then you put the apostrophe at the end.
Yeah, that's how he did. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's possible. It's acceptable. You know, if you say like that, it's right. It's not wrong. But you don't want to be doing that all the time, because you may sound too informal all the time. Good question, Lucas. Any more questions here? Let me see.
I guess I missed something here. I was trying to find the right moment and then didn't want to interrupt. But Lucas made another comment here. So when I'm watching a movie or listening to a sound, it's very common to maybe not listen the end of the words, especially when it's in the middle of the sentences.
Not listen to the end of the words. Yeah, that's I think the secret to success when it comes to pronunciation is knowing what sounds you can and should get rid of, cut, to have a more natural pronunciation, and what sounds cannot be cut, because then you would be butchering the language, you would be butchering your pronunciation, and you shouldn't. So the ing, especially if you are in the process of getting fluent, of getting there, you don't want to risk sounding like you are pronouncing, you are using the simple present when you want to pronounce the continuous form. I'm work. And believe it or not, a lot of people make that mistake. They do. It's a common mistake. It's not a shocking mistake to say I'm work today. It's common. So I'm working. Make sure you are pronouncing the verb to be I am, I have been, I would be, I should be, plus the ing, working, studying, living, etc. Oh, don't eat that. You don't eat the word evening. You say evening, evening. It's in the evening. No, you're going to say it's in the evening. Probably. I hope so. But any word that ends in ing, whether it be a verb or not, it should be. That's our struggle, and it should be fixed. So going back then, rewinding, recapping. Major mistake. The number one main struggle. Pronouncing the ing, not eating it up, thinking that it's irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. Number two, not pronouncing the G strongly at the end of words like bang, bang, bring, strong. No, bang. Tip and nh. Bang, bring, strong. Practice that at home. Let me know in the comments if you feel that you need to improve the ing or not, all right? How your ing is doing so far. Let us know in the comments if you think that there is room for improvement in your own pronunciation. And how can we practice then? I'm going to close the class, finalize this class with tips on how to practice pronunciation, okay? First of all, the ing is a very common verb form that you will find very easily. It's present in adjectives, it's present in verbs, continuous forms, it's present in nouns, it's everywhere. So it's easy to find. Start small. That's my tip. Okay? Start small. Start making a list of words, the ing words. Repeat those. Record yourself. Listen to yourself. See how you're doing. You can maybe even get some role models online, some even videos online, pronunciation, ing, repeat, see if you are pronouncing just like the role model, the other person. But don't forget to record yourself. When you are doing the exercise, you don't always have total awareness of what you're doing. You're focused on speaking, not necessarily on evaluating yourself, on giving yourself the feedback. Am I doing it right? Should I improve? Should I work harder? Start small, okay? Just a question here. We have some comments here. Some people are using the same clothes. Is it all right to say it this way? Kak, some people are wearing the same clothes. But yes, it's the ing form of the verb, but you have to change using for wearing. Okay. All right. The need of improving the ing, not answering you. Okay. Lucas saying yes, for sure. Meaning that he needs to improve his ing. We always need to improve something, right? Look, it's always nice to refine. So start small. Grab a list of words that have the ing, especially at the end, the verb, to correct those two problems, the main problems. And then you can move on to short sentences, because it's one thing to pronounce the word isolatedly, and then when you put it together with other words, the next word is a vowel, the next word is a preposition in. Studying in England. Wow, studying in England. How are you going to do that? How are you going to put all those sounds together? Short sentences. And then if you do that with the ing today, a couple of weeks working on the ing, and then you work with another sound, you get a text and you read that text, record yourself, then listen to yourself and make sure that you are pronouncing all of the ings correctly, naturally, in a whole text. That should be the closest that you can get to your own real life situation. This would be a laboratory practice, getting the texts and the sentences and the words. But then you should be ready for, better prepared for the real world, depending on how much you practice. And who is going to tell you when to stop? You are going to tell yourself when to stop by evaluating yourself. You have the power to give yourself the feedback. You record yourself and you listen to yourself. You will see improvement. You will listen to the first recording and then listen to the last one. You will be able to see the evolution there and how much you have improved, in relation to your pronunciation of this specific sound, for example. So that would be it. Don't go nuts thinking that you have to change this overnight. You won't change it overnight. Start small, practice little by little, make your little list, keep repeating that list until you feel confident. Move on to another step, move on to the third step when you feel ready. And don't forget, you need input, practice, and feedback. Input is what you're getting here tonight. Practice is what you're going to do by yourself, following the steps that I gave you. And feedback is what you're going to do when you're going to listen, when you listen to yourself and evaluate yourself. Am I better or do I need more practice? And repeat the cycle if necessary. Right, MC?
Yes, absolutely. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, that's so nice, and probably took you so long. We have one last comment here from João Marcelo. João Marcelo is saying, I usually see the replacement of the letter G at the end of some words. For example, I believe that's no. I believe
for apostrophe.
Yeah, I believe that's because we do not pronounce the G. Is it correct to use all the words ending in ing?
João, it's what I told Lucas. It's not. It's a way to spell very informally. You will never use that in an email. You will never write a formal document at work using apostrophe instead of G, which is the working, starting, washing, substituting the G for that apostrophe and not pronouncing the G, actually pronouncing N. So as I said, very informal. It depends on where you are. It depends on the kind of friends you want to make. It depends, if you want to mingle, if you want to blend in. But no, be very careful with that, guys. Be very careful, especially because here I'm always thinking about the 2% English, that refined English that requires, knowing how to navigate between the universes, between sophisticated, formal, informal, but thinking about your work goals, what you need to do, how you need to act in the professional setting. So be very careful with that, all right? You see in songs, you see that in maybe on text messages for sure, but not even like on blog posts or newspaper articles. That's not common to see. So just be careful with that, okay? Yes. Any more comments? Any more questions? Let us know in the comments now and or later if you enjoyed the class. If you can stop by, we're going to leave this class on our feed. If you can stop by and leave a little like, that would be great as well, to invite more people to watch it. Those who could not come live, who could not be with us tonight. And we are here every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Brazil time, 8 p.m. Eastern time for MC in Canada. And today I didn't even let her speak. She was quiet the whole time, poor thing.
No, but I was actually listening and trying to understand how I mispronounce all of those words.
You will definitely, I think there is definitely room for improvement, refinement in some words, specific words, in your case, but in general, for most people who may not have the same experience as you living abroad, or who may not have had so much time to study or to pay attention and refine their pronunciation, everyone out there in the world, the ing is something that seems easy, but it's not. It's tricky.
No.
So let's all improve it,
Let's be aware and improve. Perfect.
Yes. Thank you all. Thank you, Neura. Thank you, Leila, João, Lucas, for participating as well. Ká, Jorge, Letícia, João Marcelo, Who else was here with us tonight? All of you who were here with us tonight, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Leonardo, for being with us tonight. And we will see you all next week. Same bad time, same bad place. And very soon we're going to have a really awesome class with MC. Surprise, no spoilers. But then she's going to talk a lot and I'm going to be quiet. It's going to be an amazing
Yay.
class.
Yay.
Thank you, partner. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.